Hi. Hi, guys. Hello. Ow, my eyes. Sorry, I turned on my ring light and it blinded me. Hello. Give me 1 second and then we're gonna be good to go. Streaming's hard, guys. Did you know that? Hi. Hello. How are you guys doing? Happy Friday. Unless you're on the other side of the world, in which case, happy Saturday morning? Morning, I think. Good morning. Let me catch up on it. Let me catch up on chat. Congrats on being first boy. Waiting VC. Oh, I'm honored. I hope you guys are having fun playing League of Legends. Something that I recently deleted, and I'm sad, but I'm going to hold on. I'm not gonna download it. I'm not gonna download it. I need to be productive. That's okay. Japan vlog when? But that's what this stream is, isn't it? This is the Japan vlog. Except it's the Japan stream. Hey, did you guys know I hated Japan? Isn't that crazy? I hated being in Japan. I know it's a controversial opinion. Literally everyone that talks about going to Japan, they love it. They love it there. And I went and I hated it. And we're going to talk about why. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have pictures. I have so many pictures for you guys. I had when I was looking at how many photos I took during this trip, there was over 1,000 pictures. There was 1,000 pictures. You guys are going to see, I think, 350 pictures? Something like that. Something like that. So, at least, you know what? At least I got pretty pictures. I also wanted to show videos too, but if you have Windows 11, like I do, you need a plugin to watch videos. And you have to pay for that plugin. For some reason, doesn't make sense. I mean, it does make sense. Microsoft is a capitalist like company and they love money and they love not making features that were available in previous versions accessible now. But you know, I don't run the company. Maybe it's a good idea. Maybe it's a good idea to remove basic features. I don't know. Oh, right, yeah. If you're not part of the Discord server, our resident artist, Oskib, has been posting meme pictures of me in the art channel. I'm looking right now. Can I actually wait? I can probably pull these up really quick. Let me name it really quick. Nose. No nose. And then let me make sure it doesn't appear right away. Oh wait, do I already have a pre-image? Oh, I do. I'm so smart, guys. Okay. Here's what Oskib drew. Oh, wait, you can't see it. Here's what Oskib drew. Isn't the resemblance uncanny? And then here is no nose. I don't know. I'll leave it up to chat. Which one do they prefer? Do you guys like no nose? No no? or is it a no-no? Do we like the nose? I will say, I wish the hood was a little bit further up. It looks a little awkward. You know? It looks a little weird. Oh, you probably meant not nose. Let's go back to it. I think the the no-nos, I think, is more lore accurate. I don't know. I don't think a strong nose suits me. So probably this one. I think that's what you meant, Chomp. I'm assuming at least. Okay. But that's not the focus today. Go away. Anyway. Me tab out so it stops telling me about that. OBS, please. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Anyway, I got pictures. You guys want to look at pictures? You want to look at pictures with me? I got a lot of pictures. Did I prep the pictures? Yes. Will I potentially dox myself? I don't think so. I went through. I didn't see myself. I even deleted photos where it was like you kind of maybe see like the plastic film reflection. So I'm sorry if you can't see like every single photo. But I took some good ones. I think I took some good photos. But anyway, it starts a day in September. I don't remember what day. We take a 14 to 12-hour flight. I don't remember exactly. It was a long flight. Very long. And there's a certain gift that some people have when traveling. And it's a skill that I've always wanted. It's the ability to fall asleep on a plane. Because you can imagine, I think it was daytime when we left Canadian America, right? It was like, I don't know, like 6 p.m. Let's say like 6 p.m. I don't know. 6 p.m. when we left Canadian America. When we arrived in Japan, it was 6 p.m. So I didn't get any sleep for 12-ish hours, and it was still the same time when we got there. Except a day in the future, I guess. I don't know how time works. Anyway, we got there. I could not sleep, and we had to do the long, arduous journey, not only to get from the airport to Tokyo, but also Tokyo to our Airbnb, because we did Airbnb for this. We had a pretty decently sized group, so that was the cheapest option. Next time, I might want to do a hotel. I might be a little too bougie now. I think I need to start doing hotels. Let me squeeze down now. So this is the very first thing when we see in Tokyo. And as Oskip has pointed out, yes, Miku was so kind, and she was the first person to greet us. And Hello Kitty. Very nice of them. It was really nice to see very cute girls. First time. Great time. Going through customs or like the entry wasn't too bad, except for the part where we stood in a line for an hour. That was not fun. But it was worse on the way home, but we'll get there. We'll get there. That's our first thing. We flew in Narita. I forget. There's like Narita and there's Haneda. There's 2 airports that go to Tokyo. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, we get in. We walk for like 20 minutes after getting to our correct train stop once we're in Tokyo. In the dark. Luckily, it wasn't raining. It was supposed to be like typhoon season when we were in Japan, but luckily it only rained like one time when we were there. And I was really, really, really glad because I did not want to walk around in like hurricane weather personally. That's not really my thing. I don't know about you guys. How do I change slide? Please? Okay. Oh, wait. Please? There you go. First day, I can't even remember because I was so, like, out of it. But I remember people being sick. A lot of people got sick throughout the trip. Not fun. But I got to learn how to buy medicine in Japan. That was an experience. I remember I went up to the counter with someone else. And keep in mind, I don't know any Japanese at all. So the guy at the counter, he was like, "Do you understand Japanese?" I was like, "Mm-mm." He pulls out like a laminated piece of paper. And it's like, "Do you know what this drug is? Do you know why you need a drug? Are you scared of any side effects from this?" And I was like, I just thought I was buying some cough medicine. I don't know. But they were like, "Oh, you gotta make sure you know what you're doing when you buy this drug because reasons. I don't know. Be careful though. It's dangerous." I'm like, okay, boss. But anyway, besides the point. Once we handle that, first real day, we're heading to Tokyo. We're staying in Tokyo for the first couple days. This is a multi-city trip. We'll talk about that a little bit. But our first day, we're going to Team Labs Planet. So we're on a little train ride. This is my first time kind of really riding a subway system. I've been to New York several times. I've never ridden the subway somehow. Well, actually, no, I rode the subway in Vienna. Just kidding. I did ride trains. I did ride subway. But these subways here that they have in Tokyo, they're like above the ground. Well, okay. So I was confused about this. Apparently there's like the metro and then there's the subway and they're two different things run by two different companies, but they take the same currency or something. I don't know. Confusing. Anyway, I was like, wow, look at all these cool views that you can see from the subway. Train thing. I guess a subway implies that it's under because it's sub. Anyway. Wow, look at all these pretty pictures. One thing I do want to know, it was like the middle of the day when we were here in a major metropolitan city. There are no cars anywhere. Like these are the only, you can't see my cursor, but like there's only like 4 cars in this picture. That's crazy coming from America. I don't know how they do it. Being in the subway was not a fun experience for me in Tokyo. In the major cities wasn't very fun. And I think that's because this might be a hot take. I thought people in Tokyo were really rude. They were really rude and like did not care about anyone else except themselves. And like when you're in like the Western world, you kind of get this impression that like they're really, really big on manners and politeness when you're like there. And I do want to say that like I get that our definition of polite manners and what's like considered nice could be different. I get that. I understand. But that whole trip, we were there 2 weeks. There's a whole section dedicated to like elderly people, and you're supposed to give up your seat when you're there to like people who are ill or pregnant or elderly. I only saw people do that one time on the entire trip, and it was another foreigner. I saw old people standing while people were just looking at their phone. And I'm like, please get the man a chair. He's shaking. So, I might be a Tokyo hater specifically, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Also, to answer your question, Oskib, there were 6 of us? There were 6 people on this trip. Anyway, Team Labs Borderless. It's a nice, like, trip to get there. This ride was pretty pleasant. I really liked this day. This day was nice. You get to see the Tokyo big site. I don't know what that is, but it's a big site. There's this sign. I don't know why I took this picture. Yeah, another picture. A lot of greenery in, like, certain sections, but in other places, it's all gray. Kind of an interesting thing. I think it depends on what part of the city you're in. Wow, another park? Another one? Ah, okay. Let me pull up. Let me pull up the window, the video really quickly, so you guys can, like, get an idea of what I'm looking at here. Ba-da-ba-da-da. Okay. Team Labs Planets. Not to be confused with Team Labs Borderless. Also, I'm sorry if the music's really loud. Become one with nature. Really cool concept. It's kind of like... It tickled my brain being here, I think is the best way to put it. Really cool art museum. But, like, non-traditional, I guess. This stuff... Okay, this one, though, this one was lame. This was just some beans. They just had beans out in, like, a garden, and they were reflective, and you could shake them. But I didn't know they were, like, special at night, which you're gonna see in a second. I was mad when I found this out. But they got the moss, I guess. That's cool. It was nice to see, like, more natural stuff mixed in with, like, a lot of tech stuff, which you'll see later. I didn't know they lit up at night. That would have been cool. I would have liked to see that. But no, they didn't even light up during the day. They were just some beans. It was lame. This part was cool. This was basically like the photo op day. It didn't look this cool though, maybe. What is the audio for this? This was my favorite part, right here. This was like, you had water going up to your knees in this section. And it was like an interactive koi pond, essentially. This one was cool. I really like this one. Hi, Blue. Hello. Welcome in. I have to remember if I put your gift pics in here. I don't think I did. The ballroom! Let's go! This one we spent way too much time in, and I gave my sister a headache, but it was worth it for all the good photos we took. But I really like this place. It was kind of like a tactile experience, which I really like. I wish there were more tactile museums. Oh. VTubers, don't look at that. We'll do the tour too. Ah! So you would like take off your shoes when you got in here, and you'd have your own like designated locker. And then you'd like walk down this lane, and eventually you'd get to like this water section. And you walk up this little like ramp. It's like, wow, water. They were very quick on the towels too. Like every time you got out of the water, instantly a towel. Which makes sense, I guess, but it was like, how much laundry do they do a day? They also had a description for each room too. It was more like flowery language than like actual description, which I kind of wish there was more. But I'm not the curator. This room I could not see in. I tried to take a video in here. I could not see anything. I fell. It's supposed to be like... How do I put this? Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room with rats. Rubber rats. And the rats made me crazy. That's what it felt like. As you can see, many other people were falling. I think the floor was a little flatter when I went. I think. I don't know. I know, so if anyone has any questions about, like, specific sections or, like, pictures or being in Japan, feel free to ask, too, and I'll, like, yap about it. I certainly have opinions. Hee hee. Black hole room. I don't really remember this section. And then you get... Oh, wow. This room, it was like mirrors everywhere. Mirrors on the floor, mirrors on the ceiling, mirrors on the walls. And in between there were all these like light strands. I don't know what you call them. I know it was really popular for a while to put these up around your room. Like around like the ceiling, but I forget what they're called. But there was a way you could like change the lights if you had the mobile app and they would do different patterns and stuff. It was really cool. Also very confusing. We did get lost while we were in here. The Stairs... Oh, we'll get to the Stairs of Doom. The Stairs of Doom... That was in Osaka. That one scared me. There's a lot of steep stairs in Japan. Like... I was thinking about, like, all those little old ladies, little dudes that were, like, trying to climb these steps. That was, like, a solid... It's like a foot per step. It's like, how do you climb these on a day-to-day basis? That scared me. I thought I was gonna fall while I was in Japan. And then I'd have an even worse story to tell you guys. As you can see, they're also getting lost. Then you go back into the dark hole. And the best room. The best room. It's the koi pond! If you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen me post a video about this. Hee My audio, or my video quality was a lot worse, but from what I understand, it's a light projection on the ceiling onto the water. And then you can sort of lure the fish to like sort of walk towards each other because I think they're scared of people or something. And then if they like interact, they kind of explode. This room was so pleasant. We spent a lot of time in here. Wait, they circle around people? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, wait, now I'm getting jealous. Anyway, water was really nice temperature. It was very vibey. Maybe it's because I'm a frog, but I like the vibes in here. And of course, the infinity mirror too. That was a nice touch. A lot of... Now that I think about it, there was a lot of infinity stuff in this museum. Or does Team Labs count as a museum? I don't know. But I miss it. This was cool. I wish more museums did more interactive stuff like this, or at least had like non-traditional museum experiences. I feel like that's a lot better than like go to a museum, stare at art. But I might be a hater, I don't know. As you can see, they also spend a lot of time in here. It's fun! It's fun to see the fishes. And then make them explode into flowers. I don't know if that happens. I don't think they get a picture of it looking. But then you leave and you walk out. I don't remember this part here. I don't think this was happening when we were here. Anyway. Oh wait, no, we definitely didn't get the fire room. What? What? What the? We didn't get a fire room. Unless I went the wrong way. There were multiple paths you could take sometimes. I'm a little salty if I missed that. It's the ballroom! This room really hurts your eyes when you're in there, depending on your, like, sensitivity. Because the colors keep changing. And they keep changing into these really bright colors. It kind of hurts. But I got good photos. They were also, you could kind of move them around a little bit. I think they were tethered in place. I don't know. We didn't really try to move them. I also, once again, I feel like there's a lot more balls here than there were when we went. I don't know. Oh, this part was my second favorite. I could have spent like an hour in here, but it made all my friends sick. So, hee. It's like Infinite Flowers and Infinite Galaxy is the name of this one. Wow, that camera quality is so nice. Basically, it's like a planetarium where you lay down and then you watch like the flowers go past you as if you're like in the void. I miss it. It was really cool. It was really cool. I didn't get to spend long in there because other people got sick, but honestly, I could have passed out in there. The floor was actually really nice and comfy, despite the fact that, like, everyone was laying down in there. I probably also, like, laid down where a lot of people put their feet, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much. You can also see there were a lot of people taking a lot of photos. You'll probably see a lot of cameras while we're, like, doing this little mini tour. I also should probably specify this is not my video. This is Rambalak. That one. Thank you, Rambalak. Okay, I'm gonna get, like, lost in here if I keep going. That was one section. The second part was the outdoor with the stupid space egg beans. I hate these things. They're lame. I hate them. I hated this room. It was not fun. I don't know why the beans could shake. But also, you could not get this close to some of the beans when we were there. And then there was the most popular section, I believe. Flower room. They had you timed in this section because people would take too long in here. So you would take turns, like, going in and being underneath the flowers and stuff like that. I have a video of the flowers rising, but I can't show you because I can't show video. But these flowers took forever to, like, raise up, so you had to scoot on your butt to get into these sections. So if you wanted a standing photo, I'm sorry, you can't do that. But it was really cool. They're like live flowers, so like it actually smelled like the flowers. Some of them were dying. One peed on me. It had a little bit of water from, I guess, the last watering, and it fell on me, and I was like, ew, gross. But it was cool. I took great photos of my friends. Like, I took some banger photos. I was good at it. I used to take a lot of photos for, like, clubs and stuff. I'm good at it. But only sometimes. Iris Aries will make you ill. Oh, wait, are you allergic to flowers? They're orchids. I don't know if orchids are less or more allergenic or not. I don't know. But I didn't have any allergies. I don't think anyone else had any allergy issues. And I know some people do have those. Oh, you just be nauseous. Huh. I'm sorry. That would suck. I think some of these, if this room would make you nauseous, then the Infinite Galaxy one would probably make you throw up. There's one section where you lay down. I don't know if you just got here. There's one section where you lay down and there's like, yeah, I think I can show you. This room would probably make you nauseous just based off colors alone. This one. This is where a lot of my friends got sick. I think it was like a motion sickness though. So if you have motion sickness stuff, that would probably not be good. That's this place. That was Team Labs Planets. There was another option called Team Labs Borderless, which let me pop that out. Team Labs Borderless, yeah, is more like more traditional art, I guess you could say. You don't really have as much interactivity with stuff. It's definitely for a lot of photo taking, which is fine. It's fine. We didn't go. We wanted the more hands-on stuff. Make sure. I'm too big. Good enough. So this is my first photo I took. Used to not get motion sick, but you're getting old. Yeah. I went to a roller coaster park like a year or two ago. And I used to love roller coasters. But I had such a headache by the end of the day. It was really sad. But we did go to Disney. We did go to Disney, and that was good. You'll see, I have photos from that. I have so many photos. That was good. Here are my photos from being there. Here's my fish, my really well-taken fish photo. My comparison photo of, like, the infinite flowers. That was it. This was where most of my photos came from, the Team Labs Borderless, but because it features all of my friends, and I don't want to dox them, I can't show you. I'm sorry. Sorry! You're missing out on, like, 600 more photos. I know, you're probably really disappointed. But hey, look, a cinema roll bag. I think this is from Sunshine City. So the next day we went to Sunshine City, I think that's the order of events. Sunshine City is like a mall. There's a lot of malls in Tokyo. I feel like there's a lot of places that we would count as a mall, but they're just like considered as like a shopping center. There's a lot. Anyway, Sunshine City had a lot of like weeb stuff, I guess is the best way to put it. They had like Ghibli, they had a Pokemon Center, they had a Shin Cranshawn. They also had like Snoopy stuff and stuff like that. That's actually the wrong order of events. Next is Akihabara, actually. No, this was Ginza. I don't know the order of events. I'm gonna be real, guys. My memories of this trip are hazy, and I can only remember through pictures. But hey, look, there's a fire truck. Next day, okay, this is definitely next day. Next day, we went to Akihabara. And you can tell because there's Yaoi on a big billboard in the middle of the street. That was the thing that's like surprised. Well, if you went to Japan, what would surprise you more? A big billboard of Yaoi? I was hoping the next slide would be, or a big billboard of massive honkers. Because we'll see big billboards of massive honkers in a second. Unless I didn't share those. I don't know. I don't remember. But Akihabara, lots and lots and lots of people. Lots of people. It was certainly an experience. I think it was cool to see a lot of weeb stuff in one place. Like, I think that's every, like, weeaboo's dream is to go to Akihabara. I wish we had more time. I wish I'd spent more time here. I wish I knew the language so I'd feel more comfortable being here. But it was hard to, like, go in certain places when I didn't know what they were talking about. Or, like, what they were for. But there was a lot of anime stuff, which was cool. Even if I don't, like, know what this is. A lot of gachas, too. There was a lot of gachas. But we went to, like, sort of like more unique stores. Like this was a doll place. I don't know what this guy's from, but he looked cool. It said you could take a photo, so I was like, yay! They also said like this guy, which I was like, there's a couple times where they'll have like merch of like employees, I guess is the best way to put it. They just like had random guys just like as pictures or standees or actual merch. Good for them, I guess, but I didn't know why people would buy it. Of course, I had to take a picture of the Final Fantasy dolls. Personally, doll stuff really isn't for me, but I appreciate the craftsmanship. And then we saw my baby boy Tokiyuki. If you don't know what he's from, there's this anime that finished airing this season. It's called The Elusive Samurai. Please watch The Elusive Samurai. Please, 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 please watch The Elusive Samurai. It's really good. Really, 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 really good. I would be tempted to like actually like do a watch-a-thon in the Discord server if I had the brain power. It's so good. I know some people thought it was mid at the end. I don't really care. I liked it too much. But they had advertising for this show everywhere. Like they had it in Akihabara, they had it in Osaka, they had it other places in Tokyo. And I did not realize how big this show was until I went to Japan. It was so big. Oh, and then Chikawa. I don't know why. I got obsessed with Chikawa while I was there. He was everywhere. He just looked at me like with this stupid face, and I was like, oh, I get it. And I would stare back at him for really uncomfortably long periods of time. And I would just go, Chikawa. Chikawa. That's how I imagine he sounds. Also, there was so much VTuber stuff. There was so much VTuber stuff in Akihabara, but also generally in Japan, specifically Tokyo. And I think Osaka. I don't remember. I have a lot of VTuber stuff. I was collecting them all. When I went to Animate, I didn't take photos of the merch I bought. I'll probably post it on social media later. But I bought a lot of VTuber stuff. And I've never really bought merch for myself, so this is like, wow, I'm a whole new person. They had like a Hololive trading card game. They had like Hololive merch. They had a random figurine of Buzz Lightyear for some reason. For 420,000 yen. 42,000 yen. That's like $400 for a figurine for a mid movie. It's also, side note, they really, the like Western to Eastern like fascination with different things is crazy. Like they'll like things that we don't really care about while we'll care about things that they don't really care about. Very weird. Like, well, not weird. It was interesting to see what they focused on versus what we focus on, if that makes sense. I'm trying to think of what the specific example I'm thinking of is. I don't know if the people who were on the trip are also watching, but if they remember. I remember us having a discussion about this. I don't remember. It was like one person really really like niche characters, I think is the short version. Also, another VTuber. This guy's name is Shibuya Hal. I didn't get a good photo of him, but he's like kind of a big deal, I guess, there. Well, he runs a big Apex tournament. Oh, thank you for the posture and the hydrate. Let me do that. My back. Side note, my feet wanted to kill me by the end of this trip. I had so many steps in. I had so many steps in. And it only caused me pain and suffering. And my friends were like, get some insoles. I didn't get any insoles. Is that the movie with Jack Black? This one? Was Jack Black in this? I don't remember. Was Chris Pratt Shibuya Hal? Is Shibuya Hal a movie? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is his name is Hal. He's called Shibuya Hal. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know JP VTubers like that. Oh, Shallow Hal. I don't know. I don't watch movies. I'm sorry. But we went to a big camera. I got the big camera theme stuck in my head for the rest of the trip once we were in here. Because you'd always go, big camera. And you would hear that over and over and over again while you were in the store. I only went 1.5 times, but that was enough to lock it in my brain forever. I don't know why they kept playing it. But basically a big camera is like a Best Buy, I guess is the best way to put it. Viserys, you might know better than me. It's like a Best Buy, right? That's like the best way to put it. Plus a grocery store for some reason. Lots of grocery stores in random places, but I get it. Maybe I don't get an Akihabara, but I get it. But there's some Monster Hunter figurines. They had LeBron James and Freddie Mercury for some reason. I also just realized there's a bedazzled cup noodle next to LeBron James. I wish I had noticed that when I was there. I did not even clock that when I was there. I just focused on LeBron James. Digimon. They had Digimon stuff. It made me happy. I don't think they had my Digimon season, but that's okay. I know. I get it. My season is not the most popular. But they also had Ava and Ava. And also the stuff was really cheap. Like, I don't know if it was just because, like, you know, I was dealing with the yen to my currency thing, so everything felt cheaper. Everything was really cheap there. What season? I really like I think it's Digimon Frontiers, the name of my season. The one where they actually turn into the Digimon. That was my favorite season. It also had the best opening. I won't take any arguments with this. It had the best opening. It went really hard. Anyway. I really like seeing the Nintendo stuff. They also have a video. Let me see if I can pull up the video actually. This video is really important to me, so I'm gonna try and make it work. Video caption, no. Media source? Local file. Japan trip. Okay, this doesn't tell me anything. Which one is... I don't know which video this is. I think well, that's not it. You know what? I'll share it later. I'll share it later. But they had like these Pikachu figurines that were screaming in this big camera. And there was like 16 of them all screaming at the same time. It was not fun. It was funny, but it was not fun. What's my favorite Digimon? I really liked... I don't know. When there was that one season with the evil cat creature and he like evolves into this like punk biker. I guess that one, I don't know. I mean, the one, what was Angelmon before it became Angelmon? What was his name? I want to call it like Pachamon or something. I don't know. They were all, I don't have a, Patamon. Yeah, Patamon was pretty good. I didn't really care for the more humanoid ones. I like the more monstery ones, except for the biker dude one. That one was just funny. Why would I say something so controversial yet so brave? What do you mean? Do you not like my Digimon opening? Do you not like the Digimon Frontier opening? That's so good though. Hard being a lover. Bikermon is Belzamon. Oh, I'm right. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Hi, Comet Fire. Thank you for help. Patamon's your favorite? Oh, Patamon. Like, Patamon's just a good design. I wouldn't call it the Pikachu of Digimon, but... Anyway. How do I change slides? Next! Oh yeah, the big honkers. They just had big honkers up there on the big like screen. And I was like, is this allowed? I guess it's Akihabara, but I was kind of surprised to see like massive honkers. I will also, I don't have photos of this, obviously. We went into an Ami Ami. And if you don't know, Ami Ami is a figurine store. At least I think it was an Ami Ami. We went into a figurine store. It has different layers, right? So the first floor is like more popular stuff. Second floor was dedicated to like gacha games. Another floor was dedicated to like anime. And then there was the top floor. The top floor was the hentai figurine section. And I was like, you know what? You only live once. I went up there, but I took the elevator. And what's funny about that is I got in the elevator on like the first floor. On like the third floor or something, a salary man gets in. A normal salary man. We sit in this elevator all the way to the 7th floor. And he walks out into the hentai floor in front of me. And I was like, brother, how do we handle this situation? Like, I was here because I thought it was funny. What was he doing there? What was he doing in the hentai figurine store? But it was kind of funny. Well, it was also kind of sad. Because like the model, the hentai figurines, how do I put it? I mean, I know what he was there for, but still. The anatomy on some of these women on the hentai floor was kind of worrying. Like, some of it was funny. Some of the figurines made me a little, I don't know. It was a little, I feel like if a Western person owned it, they might get some funny looks from the police kind of thing. I was like, and this was on sale in the Ami Ami. Okay. Which, I guess side tangent. Really easy to find NSFW stuff in Japan. Like, I went to 2 different Don Quixotes in 2 different cities. Not only did they both have like a toy section, but also there was a whole wall in one of them dedicated to the Tenga. And it was not behind the curtain for the NSFW stuff. It was out there. I saw children walking near this section. Just casually. And that's okay over there. It certainly was an experience for me. Because, like, if you want to get that experience here, you have to go to, like, a Spencer's. But you also have to go inside and go to the back. This was just out in the open. I'm still thinking about it. More gacha, lots of gacha. They love their gacha there. Oh, and then once we were finished doing some shopping, we went to a cafe building because we went to a Final Fantasy cafe. We went to the Orzia cafe with a couple people. Me and my sister went, and then 2 other people. But they also had the Dragon Quest one and the Monster Hunter cafe. And also Grand Blue, which I was kind of surprised to see the Grand Blue cafe. I think it's a lot bigger there than it is here, but gotcha game. But we ordered a lot of drinks while we were here. You have a 60-minute... Sorry, this music's way too loud. You have a 60-minute time span, I think, to get stuff while you're here. So you have 60 minutes to order as many drinks and as much food as you want, and then eat it all. This place is so popular, you have to book like a month at least in advance. It's crazy. I don't remember who did the booking for this one. I think it was my sister. Thank you, sister, if that was you. But everything that we tried to book outside of this was full. We couldn't get to the Pokemon Cafe. We almost went to the Twisted Wonderland Cafe, which is like a gacha game, but we'll get to that one. We wanted to do the Kirby Cafe. We couldn't get in. My poor sister, bless her heart. She was up at like 4 in the morning trying to book us for the Pokemon Cafe, and she could not get in. It booked immediately. There are services on Fiverr where you will hire Japanese people to book it for you because it's that competitive. But we got into Final Fantasy, and I think that one was worth it. So it had a lot of merch related to it. So you had like the cane. All of the coasters were related to like different bosses and things like that. Really, really cool. I took some photos because we were the first people in. Hee hee. It's based on the foresty section of Final Fantasy is the best way to explain it. Like the traditional like elven forest sort of vibe, which is kind of cool. I'd be interested to see what they do for like other cafes, like if they did like the pirate town or like the capitalist gladiator town. That'd be cool. I don't know about Gridania Pride personally. I don't know if I'd be proud to be from Gridania, but I don't know. It is a trap. I don't know why. I mean, I kind of get why they have to be so picky about booking because apparently it sells out so fast. But I don't know if it needs to be that crazy. Here's my first coaster here in the bottom left corner. I picked Bard because when I played Final Fantasy, I was a Bard. I miss her. I miss being a cat girl. Here's my first drink. This is the Bard drink. So I could pull up the menu, but if you look at the menu online, they have a drink for every job or like class you can play in the MMO. So like there's a Bard drink, there's a White Mage drink, there's a Red Mage drink, there's a Dark Knight drink. The Dark Knight drink was pretty cool. It was like a Oreo dark chocolate. I didn't get it, but it looked cool, and I kind of wish I had. But this one was like a 3-tier soda. I didn't like it as much as I wanted to, but it looked pretty. It also, you can kind of see it behind, let me hide the banners for a second. You can see like there's a little arrow in here, and I was like, oh, do we get to keep the arrow? Because it's a nice, like, strong metal, like, arrow. You could stab someone with it. And I was like, oh, do I get to keep it? And they said no. One of my friends recommended I just steal it without telling anyone, but my moral compass would not let me. It was very sad. But at least they looked cool. Ah. I posted this guy on Twitter. They're like, oh, I think this is funny. This is a little meat bun. So you bit into him and he was like a little pork bun, I think. They also had a chocobo bun. It was like a custard, but I didn't get to order that. I wish I'd ordered so much more, but we didn't have enough time. It does look like the muscle cat, but this one's actually the fat cat. I don't know. They might be cousins, actually, now that I think about it. But he's a cute little chubby guy. He's like a minion, so he follows you around. If you let him like sit for too long, he rolls around. It's really cute. I miss him. I also took a photo of his butt because I bit his butt. But I was like, that's probably a little too weird to like share with you guys. So instead I said it out loud, which is not any less weird. Anyway. Got the Ramu. This is the Ramu one. This is the astrology drink. This one's probably my favorite drink. It's like a star theme. So you can see there's like some con peto candy. I don't know what it's called. They had like star candy in here. It was a blue soda. I really like the flavor of this one. And then I got the Reaper one. So this one was like a tea. I guess is the best way to put it, but it wasn't very good. I gained a newfound appreciation for tea while I was here, but I did not like this one. This one tasted wrong. I feel like they almost put like sparkling soda or something in it. It did not work. And I wanted to like it. I also have photos of like the Dark Knight and the Sage, but unfortunately it features my friends, so I can't show you. I can't show you this though. This was the pancake I got. This strawberry like cream thing is the best thing I ate there. It was so good. They really like strawberries in Japan is what I noticed. Like fruit is really expensive, but there's strawberries on everything. Which fair, it tastes good. I like strawberries too. I just thought it was interesting. But the pancake was good, the ice cream was good, the strawberry was good. Very, very yummy. Here's some more of the coasters. I think at the end, I have pictures of the coasters I got. Because for each item you ordered, you got like a coaster with it. And it was sort of like a gotcha, I guess the best way to put it. But I got some really good ones. I got a trade. Mine were pretty good. I wish I'd gotten some of these though. Like, I didn't really care for these ones as much, but the Ramu one, not Ramu, Susano, the one on the left, is so cool. They really did a lot of like really cool art for this, but I got the boring stuff. I only got the boring stuff. But if I could have gotten the Susano, I would have. More stuff before we left. They had this otter, and I wish I would have considered buying it because it's really cute. They had a lot of, I don't want to say they had a lot. They had a decent selection of merch on the way out. Because a lot of like these collab cafes, the big draw is like the merch that comes with them. I think they were out of some things when we went, but my sister got a music box, I think. I bought a pin. You could buy some really expensive stuff, though. I did not. But the art looked cool. And I went down to the Monster Hunter Cafe because I have friends who like Monster Hunter. I didn't get to go in or eat anything, obviously, but it looked cool. I wish I could have taken photos of the menu or something, but no. Back out in Akihabara. They had a lot of Snoopy stuff. Like a lot. They really like Snoopy there. Which is kind of funny to me because there's a like Sanrio character called Pochaco. And he's like Snoopy's cousin. They look basically the same. They're really cute. Both of them. I just thought it was funny. I also saw a lot of this guy. I've seen him before. But he was everywhere. I did not think he was this popular. I don't know. I think I know why he's popular, but I took this picture. I took this picture because I thought the name was funny, okay? Anyway. More figurines! This was probably at the hentai figurine place. They also had Hololive figurines. No Hollow Stars, though. My poor Hollow Stars heart was a little hungry when I went. But it was cool to see, like, the more indie stuff. Like, I saw V Shoujo stuff while I was there. Not specifically at this place, but, like, I saw, like, a lot of EN merch, considering. Also, like, VTubers I've never heard of before, but they're a lot more popular over there, and I don't speak Japanese, so there's probably a lot I don't know about. Ah, this is for me. This is another gacha game. It's called Token Rambu. So there's a whole gacha game where the whole point is famous Japanese weapons become pretty boys. That's the entire concept. And then you would send them out on like jobs. I tried so hard to play this game when I was younger, but it's all in Japanese. So I couldn't play it. I tried. I couldn't read the kanji. I gave up. But I still have a soft spot for it. I just like pretty boys. Another gacha. There was a lot of gachas for this game specifically, which I was really confused by. I didn't think this game was that popular. It's from like 2006. There are probably like Zoomers and Gen Alpha that don't even know what this game is. Do people know what this game is? Or am I like people here know what this is, right? You guys, I'm not that old, right? Right? Okay, you guys aren't answering. Okay. No! I wish I hadn't asked. Anyway. I hate you. Anyway. This is more just to like point out something. Let me get big again. Oop. So this one, where's my OBS? There it is. So a big thing they have in Japan that I noticed that I don't think a lot of Canadian American places have, at least I've never seen these, is like these open shopping mall sections. So this is outdoors. This is an outdoor mall or shopping street is the best way I can put it. We went when it was closed. I think it's because we went during a holiday. I'm not 100% sure. But this is just like, there's like regular shops, there's markets, there's like restaurants, there's all these cool like stores in this section. And it's very walkable. I feel like every neighborhood had something at least close to it like this. I really like this, but I really like the idea of walkable neighborhoods. So I'm biased in that regard. That being said, after being in Japan for 2 weeks and almost not quite living like I live there, I did get a new appreciation for my car. Because at least in my car, I don't have 50 other people in it with me, pushing me to get out the door and hogging the seats and squishing me against the wall, you know? And my feet don't hurt when I use the car. Like I love saving the planet. Don't get me wrong. If we got rid of the cars and we had like walkable cities, I wouldn't complain that much. But my feet did hurt a lot. They hurt a lot. But that's okay. It was a good experience. Anyway, look at I remember taking this photo because it was like, ha, they don't follow the rules here too. I think we made that joke. Hi, loading. Did I love Japan? Well, if you did you see the title of the stream? I hope you had a good 2 weeks while I was gone, or however long. There was a lot of fun ads on the subway. I saw this one a lot. I don't know what it's talking about, but I was like, haha, that's a manga. I think this day is Sunshine City. I don't remember. I was like, wow, a bird. Wow, a bird. Wow, a bird. I really do like the cityscapes that you get in Japan. Like where I live, I don't really get like a lot of skyscrapers near me. So it was kind of cool to see like all the greenery with like the buildings in the background. It definitely did feel different to where I live. So that's cool. I show this photo to everyone and I'm like, I don't have a reason to have this photo. I just think he looks cute. I just thought he was cute. We're in Japan. We're on the Tokyo section right now, but there's 5 other cities to get to. We went to a lot of places. This was a 2-week trip. I have things I'd probably change about the trip, but we'll get to that. Went to see Sanrio, but it was closed. I think this is on the way to Sunshine City. We went to the Ghibli store. Well, we went to a lot of stores because this is Sunshine City. This is the big mall. Only been to Okinawa. Well, you've been to Okinawa. That's. I wish I'd been. I wish that we went to Okinawa. There's a lot of places. There's a lot of places I wish we'd went. There's a lot of places that gave me anxiety to be in. Side note, really quickly. I'm gonna get distracted really quickly. There's like every 150 years, there's a mega earthquake that happens in Japan. I don't know. It's like somewhere around 150. I don't know the exact number. It's not really an exact number, but it's getting close. And a week or so before we went, there was like a 7 point something earthquake. And Japan put out a mega quake advisory. And I was like, I was panicking, sitting at my desk. Like, oh no, we're gonna experience the mega earthquake while we're in Japan. And we're going to every city that is along the mega earthquake trail line. So I have to learn where all the evacuation centers are. I need to get everyone's contact information. I need to make sure that everyone stays alive during this trip. And then the earthquake didn't happen. Hee. And then it was like, we'll get to it. But we also went to like near Mount Fuji. And they're like, you know, maybe the earthquake will trigger Mount Fuji because Mount Fuji is an active volcano and it might erupt. Who knows? I was like, oh, that's fine. I can deal with that. More beautiful feels more calming. I probably would have liked that. I'm glad you had fun when you went, though. But the Ghibli store was nice. I'm a Ghibli girl. I used to be more of a Ghibli girl. I have opinions about Hayao Miyazaki now, though, so I'm not as much of a Ghibli girl. But the art's cute. The merch is cute. Look at the Chi-Chi. I really like the Kiki merch in particular. If you want to know, Kiki is my favorite movie. She's my favorite girly. But there's also a Pokemon Cafe, so they had all these Pokemon stuff. We had Eevee. And they had a Chikorita and a Tepig and a Bulbasaur and a Litten and a Charmander and a Squirtle and a Fennekin and a Turtwig and a Trico and a Chimchar. A lot of cute Pokemon stuff. You weren't allowed to touch it. I wish I did. Like because you're deployed. You still got to go, though. How long were you there? They also had like a Pokemon fight going on, which I thought was cool. So like they had the Thundershock and the Substitute. I thought it was cute. They also had this. Yep. Then we went to the Pokemon Center. Center. Pokemon Center. And there's a couple in Japan. I think we went to 3. There was 2 in Osaka. We only went to 1. And then I think I went to both in Tokyo. If I remember correctly. I have photos. I don't remember them all, though. But this one was packed. It was literally, you could not walk anywhere in here because it was just so full. I don't know why. I don't remember what day the holiday was, but I think it was a weekend regardless. And everyone and their mom decided today was the day to go to the Pokemon Center and the Ghibli store. I went back to Sunshine City later, actually, and it was so much more peaceful. I don't know what was wrong with the day we went, but we had really bad luck. 6 months is kind of a long time to be somewhere. I would enjoy being somewhere for 6 months, but that's a whole other thing. They also had like merch. We'll talk about the merch I got. Actually, I don't know if I took a picture. I might have to show you guys later. They also a lot of the merch they had was stuff you couldn't get in like America, which makes sense because like Nintendo's in Japan. But a lot of stuff I wish you could see more often. Like this Fainted series was really cute. And also, of course, they didn't have any merch of my fave, so I cried mentally. There's never any merch of Solosis or anything from the Solosis line, which is crazy to me because Solosis is the easiest thing to market out of all the Pokemon plush stuff. You have 3 different tiers that are perfect for plush marketability, and they never do anything with it. Because Solosis Orb, perfect plush shape, very easy to make squishy, great. Duosion, slightly bigger, still squishy. You could hug it in your like arms while you're sitting. Perfect for cuddling while you're sitting in your chair. Perfect merch. Rayuniclus, this is the one where you get interesting. But I think this would be the coolest merch because I think it's funny. You take a Rayuniclus, right? Life size. Do you know those boyfriend arm merch things that they sell? Where they like, you have the arm and you can use it like you're cuddling your boyfriend in your sleep? You do that, but with the Rayuniclus. Look at it. I'm going to pull it up right now. This is very important. Show me a good Rayuniclus. I'm very passionate about this, by the way. I don't know if you could tell. Where's the image? There. Look at this thing. Big squishy arm. You can put that around you. It's a great cuddle thing. I'm just saying, it'd be a great pillow. This would be a great pillow. Nintendo, Game Freak, call me. Please call me, Game Freak. I am happy to make merchandise for you. Garchomp fan? Ew. Mods? Ban that guy. More Nintendo stuff. This had a 2-parter, technically. Well, 3 parts. So there was the Pokemon Center, where it had the merch. Then you also had the Pokemon Go section, where they had a Pokemon Go stop. I have friends who tried to, like, do stuff here. It was too full. There was too much stuff. And then they had the Pokemon Cafe, quote unquote. You could get drinks here. I don't think I told people about this when I went on the trip, but I went here by myself. I ordered something, and they had like a little special thing where like if you order like the tea from the Poltegeist, they do a special thing. But he was trying to explain what to do to me or what I should do in Japanese. And I didn't know what he was saying. So he switched to English. And his English was really good. He was really good at speaking English. And I still didn't understand. And I spilled tea. And I wanted to cry. I didn't spill a lot, but it was enough that I was like, oh, no, I'm the stupid gaijin. I'm so sorry. It was really embarrassing. I'm really glad I went by myself because I think I would have died if anyone else had seen it. But man, I just wanted some tea. And it wasn't even that good. That was the worst part. I embarrassed myself for nothing. Why? It looked cute. I was like, surely it'll be okay. Surely they'll just give me the drink. No, it was a full show. And I wanted to die. Anyway. We also went to a gacha section. Like a crane game section. I only took this photo because I thought it was funny he was in the bathtub. But they had other cool stuff. They had like Gundam. Is this a Gundam? I don't know what that Japanese says, but it was a mecha. And they had more stuff. And then we went to Animate. Animate was nice, except for the fact it was the holiday and literally everyone and their mom was there. So the largest Animate is, I believe, in Akihabara. The largest Animate, if you don't know, Animate is like all things like anime, nerd stuff. This one, I think, was 7 floors. I was really excited to go to this place because on the 3rd floor, it was dedicated to Yaoi. And I was like, okay, it's gonna be so funny to finally go see the Yaoi. All the Yaoi just for me, right? And I took this photo on the Yaoi floor of the Killing Stalking. If you don't know what Killing Stalking is, go ask your parents. But I was like, yeah, this is great, except for the fact that literally every single aisle was full and you could not walk anywhere because it was a holiday. And I wanted to cry. This was also at the end of the day, too, and I had walked all day, and my feet were hurting, and it just really was adding up, and I really wanted to cry a little bit. I didn't even get to enjoy my Yaoi in peace, because they decided that the autumnal equinox is really important, and they're gonna make everyone go on holiday for it. And I wanted to cry. I didn't even get to go back to Animate, was the sad part. The last day when we were there, we had time to do some last minute shopping. I wanted to go. We didn't have enough time. One day I'll get my Yaoi. I think I posted on Twitter, like, they kicked me out of the Holy Land, and that was in response to this. It was so sad. This is how I felt. I felt like this. It was really sad. I also took this photo because I thought other people would like it because I'm a frog. Get it? Because they're a frog and Next day. I don't know what we were doing this day. For series, if you're still here, I had a question. So, for people who don't know, this is on a toilet. This is a toilet sink, literally. And I think this is cool. I think this is a good idea. Because the water that you use in the sink is used to fill the toilet. Great. I love that concept. But they don't use soap. As far as I can tell, they don't use soap when you wash your hands in the toilet sink. There was no soap. We went to multiple places. We stayed at multiple places. Every time there was a toilet sink, there was no soap. Dude, I don't know why they don't use soap. But my question is, what is this? What is this blue orb thing? I don't know what this is or why it was there. We could not figure out why it was on the sink. Was it like to diffuse the water? Because when we wanted to use the toilet sink, we had to move it. So what's it for? You can't even like press down. It's not like a soap dispenser. We didn't know. It was confusing. Anyway, I remember hearing before we left that they don't use soap in Japan and like they just use hand sanitizer. And I personally, I think that's gross. I think it's nasty. I understand. I get it. It's like a cultural thing. But I was taught that if we use hand sanitizer too much, we're going to create super bacteria and they're going to kill us all because antibiotics won't work on them. But, you know, that's a whole thing. I don't know. I'm a hater. I'm a hater. I know. Went to a mall in Okinawa and they had a manga booth. In the back, they had a yaoi section. Yeah, that's allowed. That's normal. That's fine. It's normal. I think it's fine. When you brush your teeth, you get a minty smell. So they had two sinks separately. So this one was directly on the toilet, but then there's also like a bathroom section where they had sinks and stuff. It's like a divided thing. So like the toilet had its own room, the sink had its own room. But the sink was also with the shower. I maybe I'll show like a house tour of a house in Japan, just like to give an example. But yeah, I was confused. I was confused by the soap situation. Another VTuber. This one's from Niji Sanji, but I don't know who they are. A lot of happy birthday signs. A lot of people wanted to celebrate their birthday Oshis. And then we left Tokyo. Yay! We don't like Tokyo. But the views were good. I had a lot of nice videos of us traveling by train, and it was gonna be like these cool transition videos. But once again, Windows 11 hates me. Sorry. But I got to take a lot of pictures of the suburbs. I was like, wow. There's something I've noticed when I was like doing videos or like taking pictures here versus like in Canadian America. Like a lot of the houses, let me go back a little bit. Looking at the photos, a lot of these houses don't look the same. A lot of these buildings look really different from each other. Whereas like in Canadian America, a lot of the houses at least have a similar design. Like they sort of like make sense together. I really like what Japan does with like the different like houses. I think it looks cool. But I like shapes. I really like shapes, so that's a whole thing. My nose. Sorry. Have IRL clickbait manga. Have erotic models on the cover and manga inside, then adds erotic models, then some manga. I don't think I read those. Curious that you looked at them. I do want to say, I do think it's really funny how you can go to a convenience store and there's just porn mags just sitting there out for like everyone to look at and buy. I mean, like it's cling wrapped, I'm pretty sure. But I still thought it was funny. Here's us traveling to Fujinomiya. Lots of photos. I don't know. I guess it was at one of the train stations. This was a long train ride. We didn't take Shinkansen because the city for Fuji did not have a Shinkansen that ran to it. But this was really a pleasant experience. It was nice. I really like the trains when there's nobody on them. Crazy concept, I know. More Hololive stuff, more anime stuff. Imagine living in Japan and hating anime. Like, I'm not saying like, oh wow, that's crazy that people would hate anime. It's more of like a, your life must be miserable constantly being surrounded by anime. What a horrible life that must be. I thought the shot was nice. I really liked the view from the train station with the mountains in the background. You can start seeing the mountains. I feel like the mountains here are geographically different than ones in Canadian America, but I don't know how to explain it. Maybe they just look more visible. I don't know. It's like you have like these like areas of like really flat land, and then there's a big mountain. And then there's some more flat land, and then there's a big mountain. Whereas I think the areas I've been in, it's mountain, 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 mountain. Like there's not really like a flat, if that makes sense. More traveling, and then we had yakiniku. I loved staying here. This was probably my favorite place that we stayed at. I think because it was a really nice, calm experience here. You didn't have to deal with like the traffic of Tokyo. It probably helped that like both sides of being here kind of weren't fun. But this place was nice. And this yakiniku was even better. I I need to get a sip 1 second. I was about to tell a story, but then I was like, oh, my voice. Don't mind my body shaking violently. Okay. So, yakiniku. I feel the need to specify, once again, I don't speak Japanese. There were, I want to say, 1 or 2 people on this trip who could. They like taken lessons in some capacity. A lot of the times when we had to like talk to people in Japanese, I did the talking. Not because I know a lot of Japanese, but I think because I don't know any Japanese outside of weeaboo Japanese, I was so much more comfortable talking to them because I was like, okay, I I have no idea what the language rules are or the vocabulary. I'm just gonna wing it. I'm gonna Nihongo Jozu my way through this, and it's gonna be great. And I never got Nihongo Jozu'd, but when we were here, I did a lot of the ordering, and I did it confidently. And my friends were like, "Wow, liar! Thank you so much for like doing this. You're so good at it." And I was like, "This is the only time I'm ever gonna get Nihongo Jozu'd, and it's by other like English-speaking people. This is great." I was so proud of myself. I did so good. I ordered beef. I ordered garlic. I forget how you order garlic in Japanese now. I looked it up on Google Translate, but I said it with passion Japanese and they loved it. They're like, yes, you go, frog. But that was fun. I enjoyed this night. This was a good night. We ate a lot. We ate a lot. And it was pretty cheap, too. Good job, thanks. I took a picture of the bath so people could see what it was like. I really like this bath. It was comfy. I don't really take baths. I took a lot of baths while I was here in Japan. I think it was nice because I knew I didn't have to clean the bathtub after. And like they had all these buttons on the like the on the thing. You can see in the left-hand corner, you'll see like the controls for the bathtub. I didn't understand the controls. I think at one point I accidentally called the landlord at one of the bath like tubs in one of the places because that's a button apparently in the bathtub thing. I don't know why. I don't know why that's an option, but apparently it is. I only learned this after though. I don't know. But baths are cool. Thing here though is like you're expected to shower before you take a bath, so I did that. I don't know how I feel about that. Cuz you got to do it before and after. I don't know. It certainly is a lot of water. It was a lot of water. But then we did some walking around. I went and took a walk by myself. I was like, wow, I'm going to experience mid-sized town Japan. And honestly, I really liked it. I really just like, I think I like mid-sized towns. I think that's my vibe. Like, just close enough that I could head to the city if I wanted to, but not, like, in the city. With also, like, enough amenities that I'm not, like, miserable, you know? We went to the big shrine. And I was like, wow, that's a cool cover. Lots of cool covers. I took this photo, and people were like, wow, that's such a great photo. Where are you, liar? It's like, I don't know. Who knows? But this shrine was really cool. I think it's like the main one for Fuji. It certainly felt like the main one. I went at the right time to actually go see them do some like ceremonies. I think they have like a daily like schedule of like when certain things happen. I got to see one of those. It was kind of cool. I didn't take a video though or pictures because that felt like wrong. But I took photos around the place. I took a photo of the gate. I took a photo of this guy. I don't know who he is, but I was like, this reminds me of the elusive samurai. This was where you could do like the water purification. They had a couple around the place. I did try to pray at the shrine. I looked up the whole like how to do it, right? But then I realized that I forgot to do the water purification, and I think that caused me to have bad luck during this trip. I'm not going to lie. I think I got bad vibes because I didn't do it right. So I'm sorry, gods, if you're out there, that I didn't do the water thing. But I went to the main one after, and there was an old guy just like standing there staring, and I was like, I don't want to do this here because he's gonna see the gaijin do it, and I'm gonna do it wrong. I knew what to do, but I knew I was gonna do it wrong. So I didn't do it until after he left. But it was very, very pretty. Water here, insanely clear. I don't know if it's because it was near Fuji or what, but it was nice. You can also buy some to take home. You can see like the water bottles here, but you have to purify it yourself. You can't like drink it because that's bad. It's like people who drink like the iceberg water. You're not supposed to do that. I also had this great video of the ducks that were here, but I can't get videos to work. I guess I'll just post videos somewhere. I don't know. I mean, I'm not using Twitter as much anymore because Twitter, if you don't know, Twitter is now stealing all of your content and putting it into its AI program starting November 15th. So don't use that anymore. And as a side note, I'm going to have a funeral for it for twitter.com. If anyone wants to like say any words there. Hee plug. Anyway. Went to the Mount Fuji Heritage Center, I think is what it was called. Really cool. This is the view of Mount Fuji, guys. Look, it's Mount Fuji. I got a photo of Mount Fuji. I didn't get a photo of Mount Fuji. Apparently, like every 100, there's only like 100 days out of the year that you can see Mount Fuji fully. I didn't get to see it. Some of my friends did get to because they went to a different part and they like got a photo of it, but I don't have it. I think I do have. This is what you're supposed to see when you look this way. So just like superimpose what you see on the painting up there. And look, it's Mount Fuji, guys. It's crazy, isn't it? Wow, it's really there. But I like the other view. I had like a weirdly emotional moment up here where I was like, oh, maybe I could live in Japan. It would be nice. It'd be walkable. It's really nice here. It's quiet. And then I was like, wait a minute. I don't speak Japanese. And then I walked away. After that emotional moment, I went and drank the best thing I've ever had in my life. This is a melon soda ice cream float, is what I think it was. It was so good. It was like the perfect amount of like soda to like sort of like the ice cream. The flavor was good and the ice was nice. I was like, it's great. The soba noodle thing that we had with it, I did not like. It tasted fishy. This was good. I like this. Another pretty photo. Some guy. This is at the mall. We went to another mall while we were here. They just had VTuber stuff. A lot of VTuber stuff. I guess VTubers are popular, guys. And this was like a really small mall too. So it was kind of interesting to see like Niji Sanji and like other merch here. Notably, we did not see nearly as much Niji merch as I thought we would. I thought Niji was a lot bigger in JP. But Hololive just dominated everything. I don't know. It was weird. Another Chikawa. I just thought this shirt was funny, but it was for children. It was too big for me because I'm a frog. I'm like 7 inches or what tall or something. I forget. And then the fruit. I mentioned earlier the fruit. It was really expensive. The fruit is also massive. These grapes are like the size of 2 like Canadian American grapes. I don't know what they're feeding the grapes over there, but they're massive. They're also really expensive. But they're massive. I kind of wanted to try them, but I didn't get to buy them. And then we had this meal. I have mixed thoughts about this meal. I know some people really liked it. I think it's because of what I got. I had too much cabbage. There's a lot of cabbage on this plate. And like the soup, I think I remember liking the soup. The rice was good. The katsudon was okay. It needed seasoning or something. The pickled, it was like pickled radish and then pickle there. I don't like pickled stuff, so I didn't eat that. Well, I tried the radish. I didn't like it. And then there was a banana. They just They gave me a banana? I didn't think that was common. I thought it was like a one-time thing. But then I think I was watching a show with my art mama after I came back, and they had another banana with the same plate. And I don't know why. I don't know why they give you a banana. Is this common? I don't know. Are bananas popular? And even then, they only gave me like a little bit. Another Fuji pic. And then we went to Nagoya. I think I have let me see if I can get the photo really quickly. I sent a photo to my art mama, I think on the day we left. Let me see if I can find it. Because it really highlights my experience being in Nagoya. It's very important. 1 second. Ah, yes. I made this, I think on the while we were leaving Nagoya. Make this big. You guys really get the idea. I stand by this. I hate Nagoya. Nagoya sucks. Nagoya was like horrible for walkability. Everything was stairs. So every time you got off a subway, you had to climb 5 flights of stairs. And they had squatting toilets everywhere. I didn't have to use them, but I was scared. I didn't like being here. It was just bad vibes. I don't think anyone enjoyed being in Nagoya. Everyone just felt more upset when we were here. Like, all of us. I don't know what it was about Nagoya. But, like, even thinking about it, I get, like, irrationally mad. But you know what? The only reason we went to Nagoya is because they had Ghibli Park. And this is my greatest shame. Nagoya Park isn't that far, or I mean, Ghibli Park isn't that far out of Nagoya. So we're like, okay, we can leave later. We got there like at 11 or 12. The park closed at like 5. So we didn't get to do half the stuff that they had available. But wait, I do have some photos. But this was the thing my sister was really looking forward to, and I felt really bad that we didn't get to do that much. So I owe her a return trip. So that'll be fun. Oh boy, I get to go back to Japan. Yay! But the signs for it were cool. And I saw an IKEA horse on the way. That was pretty cool. Here's Ghibli Park sign. Once again, I think a lot of the photos I have are including other people, so I can't show everything. But like, we went to the Witches Valley, which had like all the like witch stuff. So like Kiki, Earwig. I'm gonna cough if I don't get a drink. Ahem. Ahem. They all said how. This is what I ate. They had the flying oven, which was like the witch theme stuff. I just had fish and chips. Here's the house moving castle. This was like the newest addition to the park. So like this is brand new, essentially. Very here's the fun part. I have a lot of pictures of the outside of some of these places. Really cool. Really cool. And you could go inside these buildings. Even cooler. You know what's not cool? I wasn't allowed to take any photos inside any of the buildings. You weren't allowed to take photos inside the buildings. Why? I don't know. I think it's so that they don't have people congregating and ruining the vibe by not taking pictures. But I don't have a good memory, so I don't remember being here. I don't like, I remember the inside of Howl's Castle being really well detailed. It was really cool. And, like, the door did the actual effect where, like, if you, like, opened it, it would pretend to be at different locations and the window would change. I don't have any pictures, though. So I have photos of the outside. It was cool. They even had, like, rooms that you didn't see in the movie. You could see, like, the boys' room. That was cool. I can't show you what it looked like, though. Sorry. Blame Hayao Miyazaki. I'm sure that was his decision. Because he didn't want to ruin the vibes. I'm not mad. Anyway, here's Kiki's house. They also had Kiki's apartment with the bakery. I would love to show you photos of the outside of that, but my friends are in it, so sorry. This was cool. Once again, they had like her room set up the same. If you like looked in the closet, you could like see her dresses and stuff. Like, I will give them so much credit for how well the interiors were made. They obviously like love the movies and they put a lot of detail into it. And you could like open shelves and books and like you could read stuff, but you couldn't take a photo. But here's the Hattery. The Hattery is cool. They were selling candy. I don't really think they were selling hats. And then there was the photo opportunity section. So you take photos with like different like parts of the movies. So like you could see like the robot. What you don't see is the long line leading to it. We have no photos with any of the cool photo ops because everyone was in line for them. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. There's the Arietti section. It was cool. We didn't get to spend a lot of time in here, though, because we were going to miss out on seeing the last section of the park that my sister wanted to see, which we'll get to. But this indoor section was cool. You had to, like, get a pass to go in here, like a special pass. I think so it didn't flood the whole place. I don't know. I think it could have been fine without it, but shrug. They had, like, the Spirit Away lane. They had this really cool section with Baba Yaga. I think that's her name, right? Really cool. Really cool. I really like this. Apparently there was a lot of other stuff like this in the photo section, but we didn't get to go there because the line was crazy. Crazy how that works. And then we started walking over to the, I want to call it the Forest of Youth or something. Basically, it was like all the country section. And you know, they they really wanted you to feel like you were in the countryside when you went to the section because it had like Totoro and stuff. So, you know, the way they made you feel that way is by making you do a 15 to 20 minute walk over a mountain. It took 10 to 20 minutes to walk from this part of the park to the other. For no reason. Over a mountain. They couldn't have made a shortcut. I think there was a bus. It cost like $10 to take the bus. In cash. Did I mention I didn't carry cash during this trip and like everywhere takes cash only? I'm not bitter. Anyway, here's the Totoro house. Yay! It was really cool. Lots of pictures of the outside. You couldn't take photos inside though. So I just took photos outside. Once again, really packed though. I don't know why it was so busy that day. And especially like at the end of the day. I don't know. But you know what? We survived that day. And I never want to go back to Nagoya, but I have to go back to Nagoya so my sister can get her revenge trip. And I'm not gonna cry. So, don't go to Nagoya. Also, ask him to explain what you've missed so far. hope this is clear. Anyway, I thought this was cute. Well, I saw a lot of frog stuff while I was there. I thought it was funny. And then we had McDonald's. We had McDonald's over there, which I think had some interesting points to show. I got a teriyaki burger. It was pretty okay. Fries were pretty okay. I wish they had more salt. The drinks. So, like in Canadian America, when you want to sweeten your drink, you have like these sugar packets, right? It's like tear open paper packets. They have the sugar inside. We get that. In Japan, what they do instead is they give you syrup. I don't know what's in the syrup. I assume sugar. I tried it. It didn't really add anything. But, I mean, it's a plastic product instead of paper, which I guess is in line with everything else in Japan because they put plastic on everything. They put plastic on everything. But the tea was pretty good. And then the macaroon was probably my favorite part, actually. I wish I'd gotten these again before we left. The macaroons were, like, really soft. They had a good texture. I like these. I wish American McDonald's gave these. I think it was good. Oh, yeah, I'm doing a lot of talking. I'm sorry if I cough more. McDonald's. I forget what else we did in Nagoya. I think I tried to, like, forget everything that happened in Nagoya. Thank you for the hydrate. I feel like I'm drinking too much. I'll do the posture too. Blech. Ow. But I don't remember what happened in Nagoya. I think we went to Lolita stores. I think we went shopping. I don't really remember though. Did you guys win League? Oh, we went to a Don Quixote too, I guess. That was cool. I like Don Quixote. I like the there's everything here sort of vibe they had. I'm still confused about the Tenga stuff though. That was still weird. Just personally. I mean, like for other people it's normal. I don't know. Just I don't. So this is not actually like horny cosplay, by the way. They had like just like Halloween. I don't even want to say Halloween costumes. They had like costumes. They had a whole section for costumes. And I saw this. I'm like, oh, that's weird. That's like a preschooler, elementary school outfit. That's weird that you would dress up like that. But then I saw the guys also had an outfit, and I was okay. It made it better. It was okay now. But not only that, this was my favorite. They had cross-dressing outfits. I thought this was so funny. They just had like a whole section of these. If you want, I wonder if it came with the wig too. Is it a one-size-fits-all? I don't know. I kind of wish I'd looked more at these, just because I think they're fun. More. Oh, was there another Sunshine? I think we probably went to another mall. There's a Don Quixote. There's a Pochiko. And then we went to Osaka. I have video of us going to Osaka, but I can't show you video. Osaka was cool. We were debating between staying in Kyoto and Osaka. I think we made the right decision. I think Osaka was a lot cooler. We stayed in Kyoto for like a day. Like we did a day trip because it's really, really close to Osaka. I didn't like Kyoto, but we'll get there. Osaka had cool nightlife. Really easy to walk around. Lots of fun stuff to see. Like, Osaka is the nightlife city, from what I understand. If you guys wanted, like, a good example of, like, what the cities are like if you're an American, I think Tokyo is a lot like Los Angeles if it had, like, you know, transportation and walkable cities. That's the vibe I got. Osaka, to me, felt like New York. And I love New York. I love New York City. I'm biased, but like it was just nice being here. It felt a little bit grimier, like a little more dirty than like Tokyo, but like in a good way. Except for the fact that I saw a lot more people smoking here, and I smelled it, but I'll take the bonuses where I can get. This is where the trip was nice again. Like, there was, like, low points and high points. This was a high point for me. I really liked Osaka. The vibes just felt better here. I don't know how else to explain it. And I saw the crab. This was very important to me. I really needed to see this crab. I don't know why this crab is important, but I knew I needed to take a photo with it. And there's like a lot of really cool signs. We went to, I think it's Dotonbori. It's like the like shopping district or like nightlife section of Osaka. I don't know if Versaries is here. He knows more. But it was cool. I liked it. It was neat. A lot of like 3D signs, which I appreciate. It takes more effort to make these probably, but I think it's worth it. You can see like everywhere is like 3D stuff. Or like there's a physicality to the signs. This is the largest Don Quixote, I believe, in the country. And it has a Ferris wheel. This is actually a Ferris wheel. I really wanted to ride it. I didn't get the chance to. I couldn't figure out how to get in. We also didn't really have enough time. This is my favorite part. There's like a whole river running through this section too. And you can take like tours on the boat. I really liked it. I wish we had spent more time in Osaka. I think if we knew what hindsight 2020, this trip probably would have been a lot different. Like a lot different. Like less days in Tokyo. And less days in Nagoya. Maybe no days in Nagoya. I live and learn. There's the Glico man. I don't know why he's famous, but I always think of him when I think of Osaka. Cool sign. So, I think people are familiar with the concept of maid cafes. I'll like break this down into tiers. Okay, so maid cafe. Cute girls in maid costumes give you food and stuff. Oh, Don Quixote. Don Quixote is like the everything store. It's got like food, it's got like travel stuff. It's kind of like, imagine a Walmart condensed and cooler into like 7 floors with like a lot of cool stuff. And not just like clothes and like food. Actually, not as much like groceries, more like interesting stuff. I guess is the best way to put it. It's a cool store. It's for cool people. Donkey, Quixote. That's the thing that plays. They really, I think Rosario said it earlier. They really like their theme songs. I also have that stuck in my head. But back on topic. Maid cafe, cute girls. Hostess club. Cute girls, beautiful women. Make you buy drinks at a bar and talk to them. Okay, that's fine. Host clubs. Same thing with the women, but now they're men and also a lot more predatory. Like it's like bad. Like I've heard hostess clubs are nice. Hostess and host clubs are nice. But host clubs are a little bit more cutthroat from what I understand compared to like other ones. I don't know though. What I do know, I didn't see a single hostess club sign. I saw a ton of host club signs everywhere. And not only that, they had the hosts out walking around at night trying to get women to go to the bar. No one spoke to me because I am a frog. And I don't understand Japanese. But I kind of wish they would have. I think it would have been funny. Okay. If you live in certain parts of the US, you are aware of a like entertainment center called Round One. Round One is sort of like a bowling alley, karaoke thing, like lots of like things to do. I think it was originally started in Japan, and Osaka has a 24-hour one. So we went to the 24-hour one. Really, really cool, by the way. I wish we could have went longer. Once again, wish a lot of things. But this is the thing that made me laugh. Because they just have merch of their employees for some reason. Like you have standees, you have water bottles, you have bags. You could buy standees of just normal guys. For whatever reason. And I was like, this is great. I love this. I hope they're like actually employees and not models. I think it's better if they're like, hey, employee A, we're taking photos of you, get over here. But the karaoke, like 1.5 hour karaoke costs like $100. And that includes drinks. Like, that's a lot. For like a small amount of karaoke time, I was not happy. I was not happy with the price tag. We didn't even get to stay that long either because the trains were gonna end. And I don't want to miss the train in a foreign country, so. I love this one. They had crane games at the arcade, and they're like, how do we advertise our ghetto figurine to Americans? Hey, look. It's so snatched, right? I love this one. I think my sister tried to win this. She did not win it, though. She won a lot, though. She won a lot from the crane games. I don't know what she had. She got, like, a full plushie. I'm not gonna tell you what it is in case she decides to talk about it, but it was big. It's a big boy. Then we woke up and we're like, okay, time to go out again. This way we went to Dotonbori during the daytime. This is us on the other side of the river. For some reason, I don't know why, this whole riverbank was covered in cosplayers. I don't know if it was like an event thing or like it's just really popular to take cosplay photos along the riverfront, but I saw everything. I saw Niji Sanji cosplayers. I saw Genshin Impact. I saw Ultraman. I think that's Ultraman. I saw Twisted Wonderland. I saw other random anime. I was like, this is just an anime convention at this point. It was cool. I really wanted to take photos, but I thought it'd be really rude to take photos of people who are like minding their own business, so I didn't. I only took a photo of this guy because like he's far away and also he's in a full suit. But there was a lot. There was a lot of people. I only took this photo because Maki like told me to buy these shoes. Have you heard of these shoes before? I don't know if this is like an old people thing. I've never heard of these shoes until Maki mentioned it to me. Because I was talking to him about how my feet hurt. And he's like, oh, just get some Onitsuka tiger shoes. It's like, what is that? Needless to say, I did not buy them. What do you mean, of course Maki knew? Does he like know a lot about like high-end products? I don't know. I talked a lot to Maki while we were here. Mainly because like we're in the same time zone. I was technically an hour ahead of him though, which was kind of funny. For a brief moment of time, I was ahead of him, which was kind of nice. But I also felt bad because like I would be out a lot and I couldn't really text that often. Maki, if you're here, I'm sorry. Seems like something he would know. He's got rich taste, I think. I posted this on Twitter. I just thought he was cute. I don't know why he was there. I just thought he was fun. I'm losing the ability to speak. They had a lot of pretty art around here for the train stations too, which I did like. Well, subway, I guess, not train. Oh, the Kyoto Day. Welcome to Kyoto Day. Have a bird. Once again, really clear water. I don't know how they do it. Have a bird. If you can't see the bird, look at the trash bags. Another one. Another one. Can you tell I like birds? Another one. This is... Okay, so... It was a two-parter for Kyoto. There are two things we wanted to do. Is there three? There's two. I know of two. One. Go see Bamboo Forest. Two. Go to the Torii Gates. I had to remember. Bamboo Forest, they have the famous Arayashiyama. I think that's the name of it. They had that. But we were told it gets really, really busy. So we didn't go there. We didn't go to the really popular Bamboo Forest. Instead, we went to, I think it's like 20 minutes out from that bamboo forest. There's another one that's like more hidden. It's actually technically a graveyard, or like it's attached to a graveyard, but less people go there. And I know the reason less people go there. It's because you have to climb a mountain again to get there. Everything is about climbing mountains. I'm sick of it. I hate climbing mountains. I'm lazy. Please, just give me a walkway or something. But the water was cool, I guess. I did actually like this section. I thought this was cool. I like water though. I'm easily pleased. We also got to see some cool temples and stuff while we were walking. This one was cool. Once again, you had people like doing their priest duties, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable taking photos, but it looks cool. So I made sure not to get photos of people. But I like these little like small shrine stuff. I like seeing the small stuff while I'm walking. So I took a lot of photos of stuff like that. Here's the bamboo forest. It's not as big, I think, as the Arashiyama, but it was still cool. It was very nice, very shaded. I got some good photos here. A lot of them you can't see because, you know, people. Oh, the other thing. I said this was a graveyard. There's one section where they're like, hey, multiple signs. English, Japanese, image of no camera. They're like, hey, this is a graveyard. Please don't take photos of the stones. Please don't take photos of like this shrine. What do we see people do? What do we see people do? We see people taking photos of the stones that they were told not to. There was a moment in my head. I don't know, maybe like this like violent energy took over me, like I was being possessed. And I was like, I really want to like yell at them, but I don't speak their language. So I didn't. But I thought about it. You know, I had a moment. I'm not really like a confrontational person. But I had it in me for a moment. But that's okay. We saw these cute Tanuki statues. That one's holding a frog. I just noticed that. They had a lot of Tanuki statues. I don't know what the lore is like for the statues. Like I know the lore of the Tanuki. I don't know the statue stuff, but they were cute. I like them. These guys are so cute. I thought these were cute. Then we had ramen. I was like, okay, their portion sizes. I can handle the portion sizes, and I'm hungry. Let me get a large. And let me, you know what? That black ham sounds really good right now. Because I like black ham. I like Black Forest ham. That's what I thought it was. No, it was squid ink. That being said, I didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty okay. I had too many noodles, though, so I wasn't able to finish my meal. But it tasted good. It tasted okay. I don't know if the squid ink's for me. Also, of course, I was wearing a white shirt on the day I decided to eat something that stains pretty easily. So I wore that around for the rest of the day. Look at it. Look at it. That's okay, because then we went to the shrine. This one, we took a train out to the... I don't know if it's 1,000 or if it's like 200. I don't know the exact number. There's a place where they have a lot of torii gates. And we went there. This section. So you'll see like there's the red building here on the left, and then there's like a brown building behind it, behind like the fox, the Inari. They were doing like a really... How do I put this? They were doing a ceremony. It was like a singing ceremony. And they're like, you cannot take photos, you cannot take video. Don't do any of that. Don't touch the rope. It's sacred. Stay back. And I was like, okay, I got this. People on my left and my right taking videos and camera. They get yelled at by the security guard. Good job, me. I'm not being a stupid gaijin. It's the Japanese people who are doing it. I'm like, cool. I'm really doing this. I'm a respectful visitor. That's great. And then I see like this whole like film crew walk up. Not film crew. But they definitely had, like, a lot of people. Like, Japanese people. I don't know if they were, like, part of a news crew or what, and they were given special access to go sit at the side of the ceremony. And then they all started recording. So they were allowed to record, but not us. It was confusing. I was a little salty because it was really cool. She was singing and dancing. I was like, wow, this is really cool. I would love to share this, but I couldn't because I was respectful. Thank you, Momo. Someone appreciates the hard work I do. It's funny you say that, Chomp, because I hate tourists. I'm just gonna be. I like traveling. I know Oskip said earlier, oh, you hate traveling. I don't think I hate traveling. I think I hate overly touristy areas. And when I say overly touristy, I mean an area that has a lot of tourists. And I don't like that Kyoto in particular has a very xenophobic attitude. But I get it. I get it. There were so many people there, not only like at the actual tourist locations, but walking around. And I was thinking about living in Kyoto, right? I'm imagining I'm a Kyoto native. And apparently in Kyoto, there's a very specific kind of way of like being like respectful and like sort of talking around what you actually want to say. This is all like secondhand though. I don't know for sure. But this is what I've been told. Like they're not very confrontational. They kind of dance around the topic. And I'm imagining like me living there and having to deal with hundreds of tourists every day. Of different varieties. Some of them being respectful, some of them not. And maybe I noticed that some of them are like from other countries. And maybe I noticed that they're the ones causing problems. I get it. But I still think it's gross if you deny entry to people based off their nationality. I think that's a little bad, maybe. I think maybe that's a little too far. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe that's too much. Just don't know how to be respectful. Yeah. And that's not really like a one country issue either. Like people domestically traveling will have that issue too. But man, I wish I could travel without being a tourist. I don't know how I would do that. I don't know if that makes sense, but I would feel so much better traveling without being a tourist. Cuz then I wouldn't be associated with the other tourists. Hey, look, more frog statues. I love this guy. There were so many frogs here. Like, look, there's so many frogs. With the tanuki again. Also, the owls are cute. But look at all the frogs. When people destroy or just rude, I kind of understand why they do what they do. Yeah, I feel like it's a tough line to toe. Because on the one hand, I'm totally behind them enforcing the laws that people got really up in arms about, like this new law in Kyoto where like tourists weren't allowed in certain sections. I get that. People were being weird about geisha. I get it. Please let the women have a nice day. I don't think denying entry to a tourist or like a how do I put this? If someone doesn't look like your image of a person that lives in your country, like if someone does not fit your idea of what your country's residents look like, and you deny them entry based on that, that's not like keeping yourself safe. That's xenophobia and probably racism. Like, I get being jaded by tourism. I don't get crossing the line into denying people entry based on that. And I feel like that's it's hard. And I think it's based on the attitudes there. But you know, I don't know. It's tough. Hi, Maki. Or how would you like me to say your name? Gero? Maki. I'll let me know. But yes, Fujoshi, yes. Thank you. Someone notices the tag. I hope you're having a good day. Welcome to me yapping about Japan. Hope you're having a good day. We're looking at frog stuff. Right now we're in Kyoto. We're looking at the 100,000 gates. I forget the exact number. I have a coin for every time I get a new... Oh, new peep I like. Ah, yeah. No, I will not call you that. I will not call you that. But yes, I am a frog. You know what? At least you notice I'm a frog. Other people think I'm something else. Some people, I don't think they know what I am, but that's okay. But yeah, we're talking about Kyoto and how tourism is bad there. But that's okay, because they have pretty stuff. Like these. So this is the actual gates. I didn't get to go through all 1,000 or whatever, because it was late in the day at this point. I really wanted to. I had friends that went and did it, but I felt myself when I was getting to the next leg. I felt my like foot give almost, and I was like, "Oh, I can't do it. I can't do the next step because I know if I do, my foot will like die. I will outright die on this mountain." But that's okay. Hi, Ace. Welcome in. Fujoshis are poggers. It's so nice to finally see someone who understands our plight and how cool we are. Thank you. I worked really hard to take good photos. I have over 1,000 photos, but you guys don't get to see them all. This was okay. This was the only section where there was no people, because everywhere else looked like this. Do you see how many people are here? It was more. It was more people than that. I just took a video above so you couldn't see everyone. It was really sad. But that was cool. It was really cool to walk through it. I thought it would be painful because it's uphill. It was kind of a nice pace, actually. I just wish I could have seen the top. And then here's breakfast the next day. We had pancake. I got banana pancakes. I didn't realize the banana was in the batter, though, so it was a little too banana-y for my taste, but it looked cool. They were also very wiggly. They're very jiggly. I did jiggle the plate, and it did jiggle. And I was like, yes, this is what I want to see. Like, it was really, really pretty presentation. I just wish it tasted a little bit different. I don't think I have a lot of pictures from this day. I think I slept, actually. I don't know. I think I wasn't feeling that good that day. But we went to go get okonomiyaki after. Like, later in the day. And if you don't know, okonomiyaki is like a potato pancake. It's got cabbage. It's got, like, potato. It's got other stuff that you put in it. Here's what some people had in theirs. We were, like, eating with 2 separate tables because we had that many people. Now, you might notice there's a prawn right there. That prawn right there, it scared me. So, like, I'm a picky eater. Relatively speaking, I'm a picky eater. I can eat some things. I can't eat other things. We went to get sushi at one point. A friend got like a whole squid on his sushi. I couldn't even look at it. It disgusted me. That's fine. That prawn on that table over there had all of its eyes and organs still. And that's fine. It was on the other table. I was like, okay, I don't have to look at it. I can avert my eyes. Now, unfortunately for me, I was sitting between our 2 tables. And at one point, the person who ordered the prawn was like, I'm sorry, I can't eat the whole thing. Do you want the other half? other member of our group. They said yes. And you know what they did? They passed that prawn in front of me. And they didn't pass it butt first. They pointed that head at me while it was being tossed over. I stared that prawn in the eyes as it was being delivered from one mouth to another. Do you know how traumatized I was? I looked death in the face when I just wanted to eat a potato pancake. I had already finished eating by then, but if I hadn't, I would not be able to eat. It was not good. I did not like it. But this is what mine looked like. This is what mine looked like. I had green onion and potato and bacon. It was very nice. Here, I don't know about that. I just don't like looking at a dead prawn. Okay. There's context to this. I think I mentioned this earlier. The stairs in Japan, in homes, they're really steep. They're really, really steep. I don't know why. But, like, we had to carry our suitcases up these steps. And by this point in the trip, those were not light suitcases. We had bought things. We had bought a lot. And some people had broken suitcases. And the other thing, these stairs were not long. I think is the best way to put it. Your foot just barely fit on each step. So if you fell, you fell. No one fell. But if they had fell, it would not be a good fall. You may not survive that fall. It was a cool place. Did not like the stairs. And there were 2 sets of stairs. This one was kind of cool. It had like a chair thing. Like a chair you could sit on. But we didn't use that because we didn't need it. And also, it was scary. We pressed the button at one point to make it move. It was very loud. I did not like it. But that's okay. We left that place and we went to a cool place in Tokyo. And you know what we did when we went to Tokyo? We bought Domino's. So the thing about Domino's in Japan, and generally every place... Okay, so autumnal equinox, right? That's the big holiday. It's a very big holiday. Every fast food place had a themed item around the equinox. And the whole thing with the equinox is they're like, wow, it's a full moon. You know what it looks like? It looks like an egg. McDonald's, KFC, Domino's, they all had an egg-themed item. And we're like, okay, we're gonna get egg pizza. We bought a Quattro egg pizza. And I guess Quattro, I don't really eat Domino's, but I guess a Quattro is like 4 different types of pizza. It wasn't bad. But thinking about eating it now makes me nauseous, to the point that looking at this makes me nauseous. So we're gonna go to the next picture. And this was good. This was good. I like this one. My sister and I noticed that the cheese in Japan tasted off. I don't know how else to explain it. But the cheese did not taste good. This cheese was good. I don't know if it's because Domino's is a US-based company or what, but the cheese here was good. And the pepperoni. I like this one. Was it expensive? I think as expensive as pizza in the US is. It wasn't bad. Most food items weren't expensive while we were here. I don't know the exact amount of money I spent on this trip. Like, outside of, like, travel costs, like, Airbnb and flight. I think I spent less than $5,000. Now, that being said, I mean, I know I definitely spent less than $5,000. I also want to iterate that I said 5,000 because I also paid for other people at certain points. So that also like makes it easier. I think I spent less than like $3,000. I want to say, I don't know, not 100% sure. But once you make the initial like upfront cost of flying to Japan and getting housing, I don't think it's that expensive, especially if you live in Canadian America. Other countries I can't speak to, but like the America to like Japan, it's pretty good. Outside of the 13-hour flights or whatever. Okay. So our last couple days are in Tokyo. My sister and I, we have one goal. We had one thing that we really wanted to do when we were in Japan. That's go to Tokyo Disney. That's right, baby. We went to Tokyo Disney by ourselves without anyone else. No one else wanted to go to Tokyo Disney. And honestly, that's their loss because it was really cool. I don't know what they did that day, but we went to Tokyo Disney Sea. So just really quick, Tokyo Disney has two parts. They have Disneyland and Disney Sea. Disneyland, I think, is more the traditional like experience with like you know, what do you call it? Yeah, like traditional Disney, like what you see in like California or like Florida. Disney Sea was very specifically about one thing: water. It was all about water. This was right by the ocean, if I remember correctly. And the whole idea is like each section of the park is themed around different like water features. So we have like the Venice section, we have underwater exploration, we have Nemo, I think is the best way to put it. We had Mermaid Lagoon, we have Arabia. I guess that isn't really water, but it made sense. It made sense. We had America. And then there was one more. We had Fantasy Springs. I'll get to Fantasy Springs, but I did not like Fantasy Springs. But it's very much about the vibes while you're here. It's not so much about the rides, it's about like seeing cool stuff. I also think this music doesn't fit. 1 second. Music, stop. I want chill vibes. Yeah, this works. So first section is Venice. You walk through. There's a pirate ship. It's pretty cool. They like try to theme it like you're actually in Venice, which I think is cool. I didn't actually get to go inside the Venice section because we got there at 8 in the morning. The park opens at 9, closes at 8. We did not get to do everything at the park. We did not get to see like whole sections of the park because of like timing and things like that. I would like to go back if it wasn't a 13-hour flight. But I love water. I love water features, so this park was kind of made for me. Here you can see the America section from here. They had like a two-parter for the America section. One part was like New York, like harbor. The other part was like New England. So it was kind of like a two-parter section. I didn't get any photos to the New England section, but that was probably my favorite one. Here you can see the Tower of Terror too. We did ride that. That was pretty cool. It wasn't as long as I thought it would be though, which was kind of sad. But look, it's the Columbia, your favorite American ship, right? Everyone loves the Columbia. I took this photo. I don't know if Yuki's out there. Yuki, if you're out there. I took this photo and I posted it on Twitter. I was like, haha, I'm in New York, guys. When I was in Japan. And someone wrote, oh, I'm from New York. Which harbor is this? I was like, oh, I don't know. I forgot. But it did feel like an American harbor, for what that's worth. You could also go in the boat. We didn't get to, though. I wish we could have, but eh. This is photos of the Tower of Terror. Really cool design. It did feel like I would see this church in like, well, it's not even a church, but like the architecture was very New York to me. The line was cool. It had a bunch of like, here's what this guy picked up. I don't know if you've been to the original Tower of Terror, but this plot line's different. This plot line is like, this guy owns the hotel tower thing, but he's also like a big explorer. He explores all the time. But this time he brought back a cursed item and it killed him, and now it's going to kill us too. Ooh. My sister actually rode the ride for Tower of Terror, and she does not do like thrill rides. I was very proud of her. It was very cool. I wish it lasted longer though. I feel like we didn't get enough time like enjoying like the story, even though I didn't know what the story was about because I don't understand Japanese, but that's okay. And then we had the America meal. Does this look like an American meal to you? Is this what American meals look like? This is what they thought American meals look like. Okay, so from left to right, fries, pretty okay. Need to be salted, need to be crisped a little bit more. Chicken, fried chicken, I think is the best way to put it. I think it was chicken katsudon. It was fried chicken. Had bone in it. I didn't get to try it. My sister didn't like the bone, but I think it was pretty okay. The burger. The burger was actually pretty okay. I thought it was pretty good. The cheese was a little much. I think it was a little too much cheese. Because it kind of covers the whole bowl. But you know what? I put the fries in it. It was pretty good combo. I understand. Onion ring. Not really an onion ring, girl. Pretty okay, though. The sausage. I don't know what was up with this, but they were selling this sausage everywhere. In the entire park. They kept selling it. And like, I guess if you want to sell a bone or a sausage, that's fine, I guess. I get it. It's like a hot dog, I guess. Whatever. What I don't get, why is there a bone in my sausage? Why is there a bone in here? And like, it's not as if like the bone is in the entire sausage. It's only at the end. And someone told me like, oh, well, it's like, it's, you know, it's just like to hold the sausage. Okay. But why? Why don't you just do like a hot dog or something? And they all had a bone in them. I don't know why. It's weird. And I don't even know if it was like a real bone. I have to assume it's a real bone. But where are they getting this bone from? Because it's not the sausage. The sausage does not come with a bone in it. So where are they getting it from? I don't know. It was weird. I did not like it. I did not like the sausage. The bone made it weirder for me. I don't get it. But that's okay. They had like a Indiana Jones section. That was pretty cool. And then we went to Fantasy Springs. So, I don't know. Does anyone here cut up on their like Disney park lore? Does anyone like really care about Disney parks? Because I'm going to talk about the Disney park stuff. I can't even ask for the boneless sausage. That's the issue. So, the issue with Fantasy Springs. Fantasy Springs is the newest part of Disney Sea. Its whole idea is like it's based off the different characters of Disney. Now, when I was talking about Disney Sea earlier, you'll probably notice I didn't mention a lot about like other Disney properties. That's because it doesn't really focus on Disney properties at Disney Sea. They have some stuff. Mermaid Lagoon is about like Ariel. Arabia is about like Jasmine and Aladdin. There's a Nemo ride. But that makes sense for like their different sections. Fantasy Springs was just about fantasy. It didn't have I think strong theming. It was pretty. It was pretty in a lot of sections. I thought it relied too heavily on the Disney IP. Here's my professional review. So like even like right at the beginning, you could see that they have a focus on like Disney IP because they had all the different characters like carved into the side. They had Peter Pan, they had the Frozen girls, Pocahontas. This one was a cool statue though. I don't mind this one. This one's cool. But like it was all about Disney. And I'm not a Disney adult. I didn't really care. The Peter Pan stuff was cool. I will give the Peter Pan stuff. But like, I'm gonna show you photos of like the Frozen stuff. Like, look at this. This is cool. We rode the Tinkerbell one. That was pretty cool. And there's a Frozen ride. Look, it's your favorite Disney IP, Frozen. Don't you love Frozen and its business crane in the background? I don't know why I don't know if that was like a separate construction thing happening somewhere, but it was kind of funny to just see like a crane kind of ruining like the skyline. Especially with like the thing you want people to look at. I took a lot of pictures of the cranes because I thought it was funny. There's the Rapunzel. So there are 4 rides inside of Tokyo Disney Sea's Fantasy Springs. You have the Tinkerbell ride, the Peter Pan ride, the Frozen ride, and the Tangled ride. When they first opened Fantasy Springs, they set up a system. It's a 2-part system. There are standby passes and there's premier access. Now, you can only get into Fantasy Springs, the section of the park, if you have one of these passes. And a standby and premier access pass get you access to 1 ride. You only get to ride 1 ride while you are in this section of the park. If you want to ride another ride, you either have to get another standby pass after your previous one expired or a premier access pass after it expires. And let me tell you, the premier access pass is the one that you pay money for. So, we get the Tinkerbell ride. That's like the smallest ride. It's cute. We try to get on another ride, not understanding how the access pass works. They don't let us in. We have to leave Fantasy Springs and then look at the app again to get another standby pass. But the standby pass is on limited supply. You can only get so many at a given time. As in, like, there's only a limited pool of tickets you can get. That's fine. I get it. It's a new park. They want to limit, like, people coming in. But the line for some of these things was 10 minutes. You could wait 10 minutes to get into some of these rides. Instead of, like, letting people, like, get more standby passes so more people can ride the ride, there's nothing. There's nothing. It was impossible to get rides because they just were so limited in quantity. We got the Frozen ride at like 5 after trying all day. And the line to get in was so sad that we walked all the way to the end and there was no line. Which is crazy because we went to the Indiana Jones ride after. That was an hour plus for an old ride. It was a good ride, but it was old. How is the Frozen ride like a smaller wait time than the Indiana Jones ride? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why they decided to limit the numbers so tightly when it was like 6 months after the park had opened that section of the park. But they were like, no, we're going to make money off this. So, sorry. I'm not salty. We did get to ride almost every ride. We didn't get to ride 1. We got passes for all 4. But we didn't get to ride 1. And that's the Rapunzel ride. So, not only did they make standby passes for the rides, they also made standby passes for the stores. So now there's certain stores you can't get into unless you have a pass. And we didn't know about that. And my sister, she really wanted a Duffy. If you don't know who Duffy is like the mascot of Tokyo Disney Sea. It was like 7 o'clock. And we were frantically trying to reset our phones to get a pass into the stores. Because the only places that sell Duffy were behind the standby pass. And you couldn't even buy Premier Access Pass to the stores, which makes sense. I don't want to pay to be able to go shop in a store. I get it. But you're gonna block a store behind an app? That didn't make sense to me. I thought that was stupid. That was the dumbest decision I understood from like Disney. I did not like that. We couldn't even get into the Rapunzel ride because we had to get in line for the store instead. And they were like opposite sides of the park. So I'm not happy about that. I don't know. I don't understand why you would like essentially paywall the store. You're gonna like get money from them. I don't know why you wouldn't want more people in your store. I don't like the store line wasn't even that crazy, is why I'm confused. I don't know. But long story short, we made it. We did get the Duffy. She did get a Duffy. We did get merch. I bought some pins. I don't have my merch picks yet. I'm gonna get the merch picks later. But I bought a lot of pins, guys. Here's more pictures of the Venice section. Here's the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. This was like a whole like research harbor, I guess is the best way to put it. So like you can see the submarine here for the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea ride. We got to go ride that. It was pretty cool. Here's a section for it. Here's the Frozen ride. This is the line. The photos are blurry because I was walking while taking the photos because there was no line. Like, it's cool. I probably would have enjoyed it more if I could, like, you know, stand in line and wait. But anyway. Ride was okay. It was just kind of the movie Frozen, but with animatronics. A lot of people were praising the animatronics for this ride. I think maybe I'm just, like, used to seeing it, but I didn't really think it was that special. Wow, look at these blurry photos I took, guys. I hope you like them. It was kind of cool. I like this one. This one was cool. A lot of people will talk about how much they like the animatronic where Anna defreezes. Like, they're like, wow, they made the clothing move so realistically. Wow. I was like, this is cooler to me. Yeah, the Snuggly Duckling. Oh, also, you need a standby pass to eat at the restaurants in the park, in, like, Fantasy Springs, too. I thought that was weird. But the water features were nice. And then we rode Peter Pan. I had to buy the Premier Access Pass for this one. I think it was worth it. I think this is the best ride out of Fantasy Springs. It's like a 3D ride. So if you've ever ridden, like, the Spider-Man ride at Universal Studios, it's like that. Where, like, you get glasses and then you, like, ride around. Or, like, the Harry Potter ride. I forget which one. But we got out there and it was suddenly nighttime. Here's another Venice section. Once again, I wish I'd walked around here. Looks like there's a lot of cool restaurants and stuff, but we didn't have time. What I did have time for is the most important meal. I literally went on the app and I was scrolling for this. I needed these mochi balls. I needed them. They're like really cute little like mochi balls, and they had like chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry in them. Very, very good. They were sold out everywhere else except for one like store in the park, and I was like speed walking over. My sister needed Duffy. I needed the mochi. Did I steal the plastic cup and the like little bowl afterwards too as merch? Yes. They're sitting in my kitchen now. Washed. But that was Tokyo Disney. And then here's another VTuber. Once again, a lot of birthday stuff. I think this is us getting ready to leave. We're at the... I forget what this was. But the food looked good. Oh, no, this is us doing, like, shopping day. This is Shibuya. If you've heard of Shibuya Crossing, this is what this photo is of. Looking back, it was kind of cool to, like, see all these people. It was, like, a cool section of Tokyo. Shibuya Crossing itself, I didn't really care about. But, like, Shibuya was cool. Because then we get to see the Pokemon Center! This one had the Mewtwo. I got to take a pose next to this one. But I can't show you that. And they had, like, a whole, like, t-shirt section, too. That was really cool. This had, like, a lot of, like, merch. Or, like, video game stores, is I guess the best way to put it. If I remember correctly, what this store did is, like, the bottom floor to, like, the 5th floor is, like, rich people stores. 6th floor, weeb. If you're a weeaboo, that floor is for you. They also did the same thing in Osaka, where it's, like, first to, like, X floor is, like, rich people. Top floor is weeb. I don't know why. But I do love these. They're, like, little Monster Hunter creatures. If you remember, it's the Palomu, I believe is the name of it. I bought some Monster Hunter stuff. And then I went out separately and I went back to the Shibuya. No, not Shibuya. Sunshine City. I bought. That's my tea. That's my tea that I bought. The one that I, like, embarrassed myself for. I don't know. I thought it was fine. It was okay. I wish it would have been a little bit better and that I didn't embarrass myself in front of the nice Japanese man. But, you know, we can't always get what we want. But that's okay. And I went back to the Ghibli store. My dad collects, like, coin banks, and I was gonna get him this because I thought it was funny, but it was a little too much, and I didn't have room in my suitcase for it, but I thought it was neat. He ate the coin. Calcifer. Once again, Sunshine City, when it wasn't a holiday, very nice, very calm. I really liked being here. And here's the last thing I ate when I was in Japan. So, in Akihabara, at the station, there's a place called, like, French Vie de France or something. I forget the exact name. But it was a bakery thing. We ate there the first time we went to Akihabara, but they wouldn't let us sit. They were being weirdly, like... There was one person on the trip who kept getting harassed by, like, service workers. I don't know why. But the first time we went, the person was like, oh, we can't let your friends sit here. You guys can't sit here. You have to go outside. They were, like, got mad at them instead of, like, telling us beforehand. It was really weird because everyone else had ordered and then they told. But regardless, we went back again. We were allowed to sit this time. This chocolate bread was the best thing I ate. It was so good. It was so good. I dream about that bread. It was really yummy. Like, the consistency, texture, chef's kiss. And the ghost was okay. And then I went back home. This is all the coasters I got. This is all my merch from the Final Fantasy Cafe. So you got the Bard, you got the Boss Omega, and then the top 3 are, like, the splash arts for 3 of the expansions. So it goes Stormblood on the right, not Endwalker. Shadowbringers, the best one, and then Endwalker. And that's all my photos. That's it. Well, I mean, I have more, but I can't show you because, you know. you know. Yay! So that was my trip to Japan. If I had to wait it Or am I doing that voice? If I had to rate it on like a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'd give it a 6. Like, there's definitely cool parts of Japan. I really like Osaka. I'd probably give that like an 8. Fujinomi, I'd probably give an 8. Tokyo, I would give like a 6. And Nagoya, I'd give a 1. I hate Nagoya. Did you guys know I hate Nagoya? I hate Nagoya. All my homies hate Nagoya. We do not like Nagoya here. It's not good. We don't like it. Hindsight 2020 would have changed a lot, but that's okay. I'm going to recover emotionally and financially from that trip, and then I'm going to travel somewhere in America or Canada. Or maybe not, but somewhere in the northern or like the western hemisphere. I want to stay on this hemisphere for a little bit. I keep traveling to the other hemisphere and I get pain. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to live my life over here and save money. Live better, but not in Walmart. Ooh. Anyone have any questions about going to Japan or like being in Japan or wanting to go to Japan or why they don't think they should go to Japan or anything like that? I can talk about Japan. I only talked about it for 3 hours almost at this point. I don't know. Like, there's part of me that thinks I want to go back, but at the same time, that's a long flight. It's a lot of money, and that jet lag is no joke. Like, if I could like pass out on a plane, I probably wouldn't have as much problem with it. But every time I try to sleep on a plane, it doesn't work. The only time I like passed out, my sister and I were on our connecting flight home because we had like the first flight that took us to like Canadian America, and then the second one that took us to like our home. Why do I hear like a man's voice? Oh, it's Stanley Parable. That's why. That was weird. Wow, that took me out. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah. If someone finds a miracle drug to make you pass out for 13 hours, that's great. I only passed out on the connecting flight because like I sat down and I immediately passed out. I woke up before the flight like actually took off, but like for a solid 5 or 6 minutes, I was just knocked out of my seat before the flight had even taken off. It was kind of sad. Want to see the cherry blossom? I think that would be cool. I think that if I wanted to go to Japan again, I'd want to know like a specific event that I wanted to do, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't want to go like don't go in September. Don't go in September. That was so humid. It was 90 plus degrees like for the first 4 days and it was humid and I wanted to die. Legitimately. It was bad. Like people walk around, they know what they're dealing with their weather. They have like the gloves to protect their skin and the hats and like the neck fans to make sure that they like stay like cool. We didn't have that. I didn't want to buy it either. So I suffered. I suffered to take these photos for you guys to enjoy. So I hope you like them. I only took photos for you guys. Definitely not for me. No. But yeah, it'd be cool to see cherry blossom. I think if I were to go again, I think I'd want to go. I want to try skiing. I think I want to go to Hokkaido. Maybe Okinawa. I think I want to avoid like the bigger cities outside of like Osaka. But I owe my sister the revenge trip, so what I probably actually would do is I go to Nagoya, I'd go to Tokyo Disney, whatever else she wanted to do because I owe her. So, yay! It's not even a vacation. Hi, Gibby. Nagoya is a city in Japan, actually. Nagoya, if you know Studio Ghibli or Studio Ghibli, they do the films for. Oh, I covered your thing, but thank you for the follow. They cover they had like a park in Nagoya, so we went to Nagoya. The park was great. Nagoya sucks. Don't go to Nagoya. If you want advice about like visiting Japan, don't go in September. Don't go to Nagoya. If you want to go to the Ghibli Park, you don't stay in Nagoya. Just do like a day trip. Save yourself. I look like Jabba the Hutt. Thanks. Thanks. But yeah, that's how I feel about Japan. Maybe one day I'll do a revenge trip and I'll let you know. Maybe not. I don't know. I hope you guys like the photos. I'll try and get the rest of the photos of like my merch when I can. I do. I bought Hollow Stars merch. I was very happy with my Hollow Stars merch. I bought some. Okay. I'm gonna maybe upset some people here, and that's okay. Let me change the photo. Let me go back to chatting. Hi. It's okay, Gibby. Let me go down a little bit. There we go. No, I'm picky. Okay. There we go. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Oh my gosh, I've been yapping for so long I forgot how to remember things. I was talking about Nagoya and then okay, Nagoya, visiting Japan. Oh, Hollow Stars merch. Okay. I bought Hollow Stars merch. I'm a Hollow Stars girly. I don't have an Oshi, but that's okay. I love them all equally. Sometimes I love them more than others, but that's okay. I bought some Niji Sanji merch, but I only bought I bought one thing, and it was for Len Totsuki because I thought it was funny because I'm a born again dragoon. That was the only thing. I bought like some other anime stuff, but I'll try and get the photo for you guys when I can. Why did the music stop? Music? Ah, it glitched. There you go. Yeah, but that's okay. I didn't buy any other Niji merch. I would have if they had my Oshi, but they didn't have my Oshi. So, no Niji merch, but that's okay. I also saw a lot of V Shoujo merch, which I thought was kind of funny given that like they only have Henya and Keisan as like their main JP talent, but they had like Matara, they had Mel, I think. They had Mouse. I was like, wow. Oh, they also had Kuro. Kuro's merch was pretty good. I didn't get any though. But this is my first time like buying merch for myself, which was kind of nice. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. My space is very normie. I don't have a space to not put normie stuff. Or put not normie stuff. Yeah, the power of VTubers is just crazy, I guess. That's okay. It's fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. I did a lot of yapping. I hope you guys appreciated the yapping. Maybe one day we'll have more yaps about VTubers. I don't know. I always feel awkward about talking about VTubers because I know... How do I put this? Not everyone I talk to likes VTubers, but they watch me and they watch, like, one other VTuber, for example. They're not, like, really into the corporate environment, which is something that I like. I like yapping about, like, corporate VTubers, but I don't have anyone to yap to about it, so I'm like... Hee they don't know I like VTubers. I don't know, would you guys be okay if I yapped about, like, corporate VTubers one day, or would you guys think I'm cringe? Would that be cringe to talk about VTubers? As a VTuber? Would that be weird? Go for it? Okay. Maybe one day. But that's not today. Probably not. I do have a pretty big schedule planned for next week, though. I do have some collabs planned. I may be doing some ghost busting. And something else. I don't know what I'm doing Monday, though. I was gonna ask you guys, do you want to see me play? Do you guys want to see me play Poppy Playtime? I have Poppy Playtime. You guys want to, like, watch me play Poppy Playtime? I only have the first one. I don't have the second or third because I don't want to pay for it. But I was like, I should play a horror game. What horror game can I play? Oh, this one's free. I thought that was easy. Try to be there, but we'll see. I would appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm very slowly getting back into streaming. Thank you guys for being patient with me while I recover from my traveling. I think it's funny. I'm a wandering frog. Like, my whole bit is I travel. But then when I travel, I just get hurt. Maybe I feel like the solution is I just have to travel not as far. And there's places I do want to go that I haven't been before that are a lot more closer. I might be going somewhere eventually, but I need to recover. I need to recover my money. I need to recover emotionally. Work, I have no PTO. I can't afford to, like, not go to work. So that's gonna be another issue. But maybe one day. But this stream couldn't happen without viewers like you. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed the photos. I tried. I wish I could show you more photos. Like, I wish I could show you, like, more stuff from, like, Team Labs. I wish I could show you the Ghibli Park stuff. The Ghibli Park stuff was so cool. But I can't, because they won't let you take photos. And I'm not salty. And I wish I had more photos from Disney. But honestly, that was a whirlwind day. We just were, like, walking everywhere. It was all walking. Nothing else. It was painful. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Let's figure out who to raid. Do you guys want me to raid anyone? Who can we raid? Who's live that I know right now? I don't know these people. Apparently I follow them. Ooh. You guys want to watch? I want to watch Vivi. We're gonna watch Vivi. Vivi Mancy. Vivi Mancy is a friend of the show, friend of the pond. She's playing Super Metroid right now, so I hope you guys have fun. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys had fun. Raid, make sure to copy and paste our raid message because it'd be cool and we'll be a unified unit and that'd be nice. If you're new here and you don't follow me on my socials, go follow me on my socials. Go follow me on Blue Sky because Twitter's exploding. Haha. Haha. That'd be funny. And I will see you guys on Monday. I don't know what we're gonna be doing yet, but we'll figure it out. Other than